guys, Fish Guy here doing a viewer request on the Harlequin Rasbora. These guys are a nice small community fish. They only stay about 2 inches, so you really only need a 10-gallon tank. You can do larger, that's fine if you want to do a larger school, but they are a schooling fish. Probably about 3 to 5 you want to do, the more the better. That way they're not as stressed. There's some kind of pecking order they'll establish it. So they're nice, easy fish to keep. Like I said, 10-gallon tanks, they're really easy. They'll pretty much eat anything, whether it's frozen, flake food, live. They're not too picky. They're an omnivore, so they'll eat both. That's what I really like about these guys, and they're pretty much known for their coloration. It's orange with almost like a black triangle shape on them. So it's almost like a right angle triangle on them. So you really can't miss them in a tank. Retail, they usually run about $1.99 to $2.99. So doing a school at first is going to cost you around $10 to $12. So they can be a little bit pricey in the beginning. These guys usually do best in a planted aquarium, and that's actually what they breed in. Another thing to keep in mind, a lot of places say a pH of about 6.0 to 6.5. Really, it doesn't matter. I've seen these guys in 8.0, 7.5, 7.0. So they're really not too picky. A lot of the fish nowadays are all tank raised, so they're used to kind of a change in the environments. They're not so stuck to their wild types. So that is a nice thing about these guys. When it comes to breeding them, you want soft, acidic water with some broadleaf plants, maybe some Amazon sword plants. And these guys actually breed on the underside of the leaves. So pairing them can be kind of difficult. Usually sexual maturity for a good breeding pair is anywhere from 9 months to about 13 to 14 months. So it can be a little tricky. They need to be a little bit older, but it's usually best to pair an older male with the female being younger. So soft, acidic water, usually a 10-gallon tank is fine with an Amazon sword. The way you sex these guys is kind of a little bit difficult, just like any kind of small fish. It is based on the plumpness. The female is going to be nice and plump, whereas the male is going to be more of a streamline, thinner. If you look at them from above, it's a lot easier to tell that way. So with these guys, breeding in 10-gallon tank is pretty easy. But once the eggs are actually laid, you want to remove the parents because they will eat the eggs, just like any smaller tetra family or any kind of barb or anything like that. These guys do eat the eggs. It's almost like a delicacy to them. So once you remove the eggs, keep the water roughly at about 72 to 74 degrees Fahrenheit. Don't fluctuate it too much. And usually within 24 to 48 hours, the eggs will start hatching. And it's usually a couple days after that, the yolk sac is absorbed, and then you'll have to start feeding them. But some breeders out there will actually turn the lights off versus keeping them on. I'm not sure why that is. I've always had mine on, and the eggs hatch fine. So another thing you could do even is you can try fake plants, but the real plants work better. The real plants are nice as well because they do supply a food source to the babies once they hatch and they start eating. So that way, if you're not there to feed them all the time, it's not a problem to have them eat off the plant. All the microorganisms that come off that, it's definitely going to help. So I hope this helped everybody out there. Again, thank you for the viewer request. I definitely appreciate it. If you have any more questions, comments, concerns, leave it down below in the comments. Check out the rest of my channel. Subscribe. I just did some great reviews on some awesome products, so check those out as well. And check out the website, mafishguy.com.